So here we are entering Moriarty city limits. So our frontage road kind of wraps around all the way to the south side of Interstate 40 over there. So you gotta head this little loopy road and over that bridge there. Here we have the pilot station. It's called Abrams Road. We can hang a left here. Here we have Interstate 40 looking westbound. We're gonna cross over to this first large intersection. And that's 1937 Route 66. We're going to turn left. Hey, now we're on the 1937 alignment of Route 66. It's pretty wide today, but back in the old days it was only 2 lanes. So right at Lisa's Travel Center, right here. So if you head straight, you're dumped on Interstate 40, so you want to make a U-turn before you go too far. Hey, this is really neat. So you make a U-turn. And this here is the Lewis Antique Auto and Toy Museum. There's a junkyard here, but here it is right behind this fence. But there's an opening up here we could take a look at. It's 8 acres, indoor and outdoor museum, over 700 classic and vintage automobiles and tractors. There's 1,000 toy trucks and much, much more. Some trains too. Anyway, it used to cost $4 admission. Not sure today if it's even open, but it takes about an hour to walk around. You see all these old cool relics. Got a fire engine there and some farming equipment, old trucks, Model Ts, Model As, Fords, everything you got. All right, so right next door is called Danny's Car Wash. It's an old former gas station. This today is Route 66 Autos and RV Repair, sort of car wash thing now today. Anyway, this is our first gas station you enter when you come to Moriarty back in the old days. Anyway, it's got 3 service bays on the right there, and a little glass office. Well, not here today anymore. That's been covered up there, right there. That was used to be the office, but not anymore anyway. It's all been converted. But up ahead, on the right here, we got another gas station. Hey, this old building here is called Sandu Tire Repair. Looks like an old former gas station. And here we have West Truck Service, a little bit newer. But this guy here with that long pole up front, that here's another gas station. That was a gun shop. Looks like a flea market. Guns, ammunition, and jewelry. Anyway, 1953, this was a complete building. Gable roof, pump island canopy right in front. And we have these gas right here, but pretty much it looks a lot the same back in the old heydays of Route 66 here. Got these beautiful cowboy guys toting some guns. And up here on the left, we got this 2-story brown building. This building here is on the south side of Route 66. It used to be an old cafe. Not sure the name, but that 2-story main building there used to have a slanted roof. But that little guy on the left, that was the 1-story attached cafe right down there. And today it's pretty much closed up. It's got a flat roof on top instead of the slanted roof. And the cafe is kind of walled off a little bit, but otherwise looks a lot the same. And on the right here, that's the Sunset Motel, the Whiting Brothers station. Now, Sunset Motel here opened in 1959 by Bill and Elaine Boguet. So Bill was a World War II's B-17 bomber pilot, and he built the first 2 rooms himself, and by 1969 expanded to 18 rooms. It's got 3 separate buildings laid out in a straight row. And then it kind of turns over, look like an L there at the back. Brown walls with a brown gabled roof, beautiful neon sign up front, advertised thermostat, controlled heat, and refrigerated air conditioning for year-round comfort. Even free TV. And later is painted with a grayish gable roof. A new large motel sign is mounted on 2 giant poles up front. So 2013, we got these new signs on these big poles. This one and that beautiful neon Sunset Motel right there. And the front of the property here is pretty much the same, but the back units, they've all expanded to this L shape from the original linear layout. And Those are the original poles right there for the oldest sign. Anyway, the fancy signs removed, and now we got this kind of boring sign on historic Route 66. And here's our Whiting Brothers service station. Very popular out here in Route 66. Welcome, Whiting Brothers Tire Repair. Bienvenidos. Wow, this is one of the many 100 Whiting gas stations and filling stations out here from California to Texas. So Whiting Brothers was founded in 1926, and they're all scattered around Route 66. Some are open and most of them are closed. This one is station number 72, opened in 1954. The steel sign was repaired in 2014 and it looks pretty good today. That's pretty neat. We got some more adventuresome stuff up ahead. Hey, we got a Blake's Lotta Burger. Real famous out here in Route 66. This looks like a newer one, but there's some old ones sitting around. And up here on the corner at Central and Eunice Street, we have an old relic. This building here, today it's Iglesia Cristiana. One time this was the Frontier Saloon. Originally opened as a drugstore in the 1930s, and in the 1970s, probably earlier, it was known as the Frontier Bar and Saloon. It used to say Frontier Saloon right across the top there of the facade. Had a terrific green neon sign with the name Frontier Bar and bright lights on a pole. Anyway, here we go. There's our pole right there. So on the pole in the center, right there, there's a business sign. And the pole on the left, right there, that was a Budweiser sign. Anyway, that's a old bar, but now it's a church. That's interesting. Up ahead on the northwest corner is another site. This building here is called Butter Pros. Originally, this was the Buford Auto Courts owned by Buford Crossley. So rooms were $1.50, and it fell apart in the 1990s and fixed up to become the Western Wild West Barbecue. And today it's called Butter Pros. They used to have a gas station right up front too. And next door at the Quality Inn, this is called the Thunderbird Cafe. A whitish adobe-style building, pyramid-shaped columns holding up the canopy. And at the roof line is what was called pedimented parapets. They're curved, jagged decorations around the top of the building. And behind the cafe was a Buford Courts. Anyway, the Thunderbird Cafe was torn down in 1990 to make room for this Quality Inn here. So that's kind of sad. And up ahead, there's a vacant lot on the southwest corner. Right up here. That whole vacant lot, that was the site of the Siesta Motel. So from an aerial view, you can see the outline of the foundation of the L-shaped rooms which make up the main building. The intersection of Route 66 and Highway 41 in front of the Family Dollar. Right here. Hey, way out here, that's the water tower for Moriarty. In this park, it's called the Crossley Park, named after Buford Crossley. Hey, on the east end of Buford Crossley Park, we got a little statue of a cowboy. He's holding a little calf. This area here is called the Crossroads of Opportunity. This is Route 66, headed east to west. This is Highway 41 north to south, and the railroad used to come right through here a long time ago. They ripped up the tracks in the 70s. And over here, that's the last Siesta Motel. No longer here, of course. But coming from Route 66, it didn't square off here. It used to round about here like a round turn coming onto Highway 41. But after the tracks were ripped up, they squared it off. Now we got a square turn right here. So that's kind of interesting. And we got another fellow up here. He's doing some surveying along our little path. Let's see what he's looking at today. Ah, I know what he's looking at. He's looking down Route 66. A long time ago, from 1927. from this position right about here, this is Route 66, 1927, looking eastbound. All those beautiful buildings that aren't here anymore. My goodness. Over here we have a great looking statue. Here we have a monument. Moriarty, the crossroads of opportunity. These beautiful stallions racing across the open plains of New Mexico. Look at that fellow. He's great. So there's tons of stuff to see out here. We're going to continue driving westbound on Route 66. Hey, time for lunch at Crossley Park. We got our peanut butter and jelly on white bread, our discount 0-calorie cola, and this guy made it, my brother. He's been driving this whole time, so you got to thank him in the comments. Give a bite here. There we go. Old school peanut butter and jelly. Across from our beautiful community park, we have the Phillips 66 Circle K. And this fellow here is an old 1940s, 1950s gas station. Today's called 8 to 8 Auto Care. So the western side, right over there, got that great canopy coming out of the office. With the gas pump islands, we have 2 service bays, and they're outlined there with that local sandstone veneer running up the wall. That's pretty bitchin'. The flat canopy, probably suggests this was a Chevron, Conoco, Mobil, maybe a Sinclair. They all have that same little style right there. That's our former gas station. On this side of our Route 66, we have the Sands Apartments Quiet Studios. Used to be the Sands Motel. Opened in 1954 by a guy named Sims. So originally this had 6 rooms on the right and an office in the middle. And the office right there is still standing underneath that Sands Apartment Studio sign. They're all 1-story, flat roofs, covered garage ports between the rooms. In the office here we had a giant neon sign flashing Sands Motel, garages, and free TV. Then in the late 1960s, the new owner, J.C. Alderson, he added more rooms, and today it's been all repurposed as this Sands Apartments. Has an L-shaped layout from here, kind of like a backwards L, more or less. And all the former garages, they were converted to units, and we still have the office right in the middle there. That's neat. All along Route 66. Hey, we got a Blackies up there. We gotta check that out. Holy smokes, it's called Lulus Route 66 Kitchen. Right there, that's beautiful. Beautiful building. Hey, we got our El Ranchito. This thing right here. Roadside food. Out here is Lulus Kitchen. Route 66 Cafe. Up ahead, we got Blackies. We're gonna take some time there. But on the right here is Junior's Auto Parts Tire Shop. This guy originally opened in 1937 as the White Way Garage and Gas Station, owned by a guy named Green Evans Jr. That's how you get Junior's right up there. Around 1960, it became Junior's Tire Shop. It's a great looking building. It's built with Southwest vernacular style of architecture, which means basically it's built with local materials suitable for the climate and typical for our Pueblo and Adobe style homes. Also features natural materials like stucco, wood, and stone. Nice warm colors and geometric patterns all around the parapet roof line right here. That's kind of neat. I'm going to roll down my window to get a better view. There we go. So we got the offices on the right here. It's all curved like that. Kind of like streamlined art moderne style. A little new and old here. We got the garage bays way in the back and the gas pump island. Oh, that was removed a long time ago. You used to have a sign up there too. It's a beautiful, beautiful building out here in Moriarty. Great business too. At Junior's Tires and Auto Parts. And across the street, that right there is a whole history here of Blackies Lounge and Dancing and Diner. Today this is Blackies Lounge and Dancing packaged liquor. Next door, this is called the May Pharmacy. Anyway, this has a whole huge history here of both these buildings and this building. It didn't really look like this back in the heyday. Here's an old picture. It's taken at the right side of the pharmacy building, just in this open area on the right. We got Blackies sign, and we got Stuckey's, Blackies restaurant. Everything was right here at one time. So today this is Blackies Lounge, dancing, Double C's Diner, and packaged liquor. The original Blackies was started in 1945 as Blackie's Place by Hubert Odell Blackie Ingram. Started as a simple one-story typical diner with a rounded facade, located in the vacant lot to the left of the pharmacy. Right over here, this vacant lot. It's a little windy, so I'm gonna have to put my back to the wind a little bit so we get it. So anyway, the original building was right here in this open lot right here. Anyway, there's also a flat-roofed Blackie's Golden Eagle Traders and Curio Shop. And on the right was a Sinclair service station. And back in the 1950s, the cafe was painted green, added spike-like New Age columns in front. And a giant Blackie's neon sign is mounted on two steel poles right up front, advertised the best food and the largest selection of curios on Highway 66. So later in the 1960s, Blackie's became affiliated with Stuckey's restaurant with its famous pecan-based foods and treats, selling local curios. The building was remodeled and lengthened with the Stuckey's trademark kind of sloping ski jump type roof. The Sinclair on the right was converted to a Texaco, and at this time Blackie's advertised for Stuckey's delicious pecan pies. So later on, Stuckey's began closing their franchises. The Stuckey's sign in front was changed out to a giant belt buckle design. So by 1990, the Texaco station here was demolished, and Blackie's moved to our new location over on the right, where it is today. And that was the site of the former Texaco Sinclair stations, away from the original site that was here at the pharmacy. Anyway, today's Blackie's is all turquoise-like color. And here, this sign, original Blackie's restaurant sign here, is connected to the main building and also our Stuckey's on this big thick pole. Anyway, so right here was the Stuckey's, and you see this pole and some of the images and photographs of the old building here. Anyway, I used to hold up the Blackie's sign attached to the center of the restaurant, and Blackie's restaurant was removed, but the little orange sign right there used to say Curios right on there. That's when the restaurant occupied this space. Our Dollar General here, that used to be the side of the old Yua Court, built around 1940, had a stucco-like gas station in front, no canopy, 2 gas pumps. Along the back was a series of cabin units, all equipped with their own garages. Across the street we had the Cactus Mall. This used to be called the Cactus Motel. Opened in 1952. A quaint little L-shaped motel, had 12 cozy units, flat roof, outdoor parking, great neon sign out front by the registration office. Advertised with tile, bathtub, and shower combinations, steam heat, air conditioner, free television in rooms, baby beds, cribs, and a service station. And today it's the Cactus Mall here, catering to little small shops and offices. And location looks a lot the same as it did, except a little more run down, and the beautiful neon sign. It's been replaced with this little Sahara cactus on top, and 2 doors down is the Lariat Motel. This guy here is the Lariat Motel. Used to be called the Lariat Lodge Motel. Opened in the 1960s by Mr. and Mrs. E.K. Hanks. Anyway, it had a lot cleaner adobe look and white stucco appearance. And up front here is the office, and in back is a big L-shaped connected units. We'll take a peek. right around the side. See that? Moriarty, New Mexico, Route 66. So here we have our office, a little L-shaped layout, individual connected units, no carports between them. Advertised 11 modern units, TV, good restaurant. Even if you had a Texaco station nearby. Anyway, maybe this was the Texaco. Not quite sure. Lots of cool places all along this road. Hey, on the south side of Route 66, we got 3 great buildings here. It's called the Nachos building. This guy here is Waltz's Garage. Over there, that's the old Ponderosa Motel. Our Nachos building here, this is an old Phillips 66 service station. That building on the left, that was the service area with 2 roll-up bays you kind of make out there. And the building on the right, that was the main office. Anyway, see the front door and the slanted window? All covered up, but that was a slanted window there for our Phillips 66 station. Very neat. And up ahead is Waltz's Garage. This guy here is Waltz's Garage. Started out as Tillery's Garage. Later in the 1990s came Waltz's. Streamlined building, rounded corners, accents of red, contrasting with the whitewash. 2 service bays on the left here. Office area on the right. It's all rounded around that beautiful canopy up front with the old pump islands right here. Anyway, this little fun mural here on Route 66. Right there. Anyway, across the top used to say Waltz's Garage. Right over these roll-up doors. Anyway, no longer a garage, but looks like some sort of dry cleaners here. Maybe a little junk shop. Here we have Rookie's secondhand antique store. But I just love the windows here of the office. Fantastic. Here we have the old Ponderosa Motel. Still in service after many, many years. Opened around 1960s. Got the C-shaped layout. Little brick building. Right here, gabled roofs. I think it's still open today. Great looking relic. Still survived. Across the street, way out there, that's called the Lazy J Motel. Built in the 1950s by Mr. and Mrs. C.E. Bostwick. Has a total of 8 units, a simple L formation. Originally is white, parking in front of each unit, flat turquoise colored roof, and the giant neon sign in front, advertising free TV. Today has this extended hip style covering on the top there over the former office. A slanted gable roof. Here's a famous El Comedor Cafe and restaurant, opened in 1953 by Mike Anyaya, something like that. Anyway, today it's called the Country Friends Antiques. Started out as a large squared off red brick building, big neon sign standing up front on the 2 long poles you see right there still, and the trademark satellite little ball on top lights up at night. And today along the roof line here was this beautiful mural of Route 66 going through New Mexico. We got a old car, a cow skull, right? We got a wild Mustang jumping around, and cowboy on the far right. And the sign, El Comedor de Gonzales y Cabeza de Vaca, on top of the pole. Little fancy looking thing called a rotosphere. Soviet Sputnik starlight ball right up there. It lights up at night. And it's split down the center, so the 2 hemispheres, they kind of rotate in opposite directions. Today it's an antique shop, El Comedor. Great place. This here is called Mike's Friendly Store. It's been around since 1949. We'll get a better look around these trees here. See that? Mike's Friendly Store. Also opened by Mike, who owned El Comedor Mike and Naya. So anyway, original store had yellow themed aluminum parapet on the roof, large letters reading Mike's Friendly Store. And today they added the awning and the pillars up front there, little different colors. And the sign here says beers and cocktails, Mike's Friendly Store since 1949. Well, that's kind of it for our great town of Moriarty out here in New Mexico. Headed westbound, there's still a couple little things to see, but not much. So a lot of this stuff is still new, our DK outline. We got our roadway in here. Anyway, here's a Hart's Hardware. Lots of fireworks. And up ahead is a Super 8. And we have our beautiful Route 66 monument that lights up every night. But to get on Route 66 here is kind of tricky. If you go straight, you end up on Interstate 40. But you want to make a left here at the TA truck stop. There's our beautiful monument right there. Okay, see that? Route 66. So we're going to head out of Moriarty. We're headed into the beautiful town of Edgewood. Really just a ghost town. Sort of wraps around and loops to the right here. Okay, we kind of go around and bypass Interstate 40. This will merge us on to New Mexico 333, which is our 1937 Route 66 alignment out of town. And look at all those fireworks all year round. 4th of July, all year round. So the town of Edgewood is about 10 miles west. And there you go. That's our great little Route 66 town out here in Moriarty, New Mexico. Thanks for watching and thanks for driving. Okay. There's a little shop there. All right. Bye-bye. See you in Edgewood. Bye.